Hey guys, want to shoot a quick video for you today on scripting. I had a conversation with a client last week talking about the process of scripting. Should you or should you not script out your process? Well, it's kind of a yes and a no. I was actually at Tony's event seeing Tony unleash yesterday at Unleash the Power Within. Really awesome, and it's amazing. I remember the first time I saw Tony, I was so moved by this man's emotion, his connection, and he would cry and get emotional and really seem to drop in. And I felt like it was so spontaneous, and it is. But I saw him again, and it was like some of the same words and crying at the same time, and some of that. And it's interesting. Some might think that's disingenuous. I don't think it is. I think he really is allowing himself to be vulnerable, but he picks his moments. And what creates emotion, your clients and your own, are patterns ingrained inside of you of what you focus on, what you think make things mean. It's very easy for us to focus our mind, and a lot of you out there have a pattern or a habit, if you will, of focusing your mind in a way that gets you overwhelmed or fearful or emotional about things that you should not be overwhelmed or fearful about. There's rational fear and there's irrational fear. But for the process today, what we're talking about today is really understanding scripting, understanding your process of a presentation, and knowing where you're taking your clients, where you need to take yourself before, during, and after to ensure the sale, the relationship, the connection, the prospecting, whatever it is that you're doing. Yes, you do need to have a process, but it's interesting as we've trained salespeople that we teach them to have scripts for the Robbins company. If you've gone to any kind of real estate training, sales training, it's very important, I think, to have some kind of structure and some kind of base. But if you put all your faith in the script, your faith will stay in the script. I'm going to say that again. If you put all your certainty and faith inside of the script, it will stay inside of the script. So you need to take some of that certainty outside of the script and put it inside of yourself. There's a really famous quote that I'm sure you've heard. It says, with a faith the size of a mustard seed, you could move mountains. So it only takes a little bit of faith and certainty and vision. That's a teeny bit, the size of a mustard seed. And I don't know how big a mustard seed is, but I can't imagine it's very big. But you can move mountains with just a little bit of faith. But where are you putting your mustard seed? Where are you putting your faith? And so if we put our faith in other people, always, that's not going to serve us, because people will let us down. I'm not saying don't delegate, don't depend on people, but you need to have the majority of your faith in yourself, a higher power, something not attached to a script, because sometimes you might be working with a client and they might say something that's off the script, and then you lose your certainty. It's interesting. I was watching one of those like YouTube videos or Facebook the other day, and there's a young man doing their kata, studying for their black belt. And it's very interesting. So, this person's like, ja, 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 kick, spin, kick. And it's beautiful, and it's amazing, and it's gorgeous, and this person is talented. You could tell they're trained, but no group of people are ever going to attack you in the sequence where you boom, 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 boom. Life is fluid. And so just like if you were an artist and you want to be a great singer or a musician or a guitar player or a pianist, you would learn the scales. You would learn certain things that you do over and over again, and that becomes your art. You pull from this client. For the past 12 years, I played the music of Tony Robbins. I played the music of Jim Rohn. I played the music of NLP, of Steve Linder, of many friends, of Jesse Elder, of my buddy AJ. I had like so many clients and so many friends and so many mentors and so many coaches that I've had. And it's really important that when you're learning your process, you're taking and you're pulling, not stealing, but you're modeling. And it's very good to role model. It speeds up success, all that, but information is moving so quick these days, and you can't take all of your time just to role model others. You really have to find that certainty and that connection within yourself. Every time you feel uncertainty, and you will have times where you feel uncertain, you need to connect back with yourself. Sometimes you will need to reach out to mentors, friends, books, information, and really access the tools, model the patterns that have been laid out before you. But sometimes it's really finding that depth and that certainty, that connection to yourself, your higher purpose, your meaning. That's what's going to allow you to really connect with somebody. have these authentic connections. And if you're doing a long presentation like a Tony Robbins, you pick your moments. It's interesting watching Tony yesterday. He's obviously got parts of his presentation that are scripted. Same words, same stories, over and over again, over and over again. Obviously conditioned. He's gone back over them, scripted them out, put some NLP, some language patterns, what it is, why it's important. How many of you have ever this? So he's asking a question, engaging your mind. How many of you have ever experienced? That's called a bounce. And so you're bouncing out to somebody, like I could tell a story about myself and what I'm doing in my life and my fitness, and I just worked out this morning. How many of you have ever had a time where you were at the gym and you had so much going on, but you wanted to get some content out there, you wanted to make a difference? So it's pulling people into your story by relating their own experience to it. So that's called a bounce. So it's interesting. What you need to realize, and the point of this video is, before it gets too long here, is this. You need to be connected to the outcome. And so it's interesting, even hearing Tony at some of these parts where he will rant, he's not focused on word perfect scripts in those moments. He's focused on making sure that you get it. So that becomes the rant, that becomes the connection, where you tell a story. What's something that's held you back, in your relationship, in your family, in your business, in your own connection with yourself, in your own, like, what is happening inside of you. So you could go on a rant about that, because the point is me not trying to focus on 12 different areas of your life. The point is not, it's not some system, it's making sure that you get the point. And so when you're talking to your clients or when you're doing a presentation, you want to make sure that you will have these words that come out of you because of your passion and your connection and your intention. The power of your intention will focus people to you where they feel something because you are authentically connected to them getting it, not to saying it perfect, not to following the pattern, not to follow the mentor or the person before you. You want to make sure that that person gets your point. And if you are connected to serving and a higher power and purpose and something coming through you, using you for the good of somebody else around you, there will be a communication that's authentic and real and connected that will get you more of what you ultimately want. And it's almost cheesy these days, this Zig Ziglar quote, if you help enough people get what they want, you can get what you want, but you need to be passionately committed. Not about how you look or how you sound or what you're going to say. You need to be so committed to helping that person get what they want and making sure they get it. They get it emotionally, they get it physically in their bones, they get it cognitively, where they're not just in their head, but that information's gone from their head to their heart, where they're feeling something, and they'll be feeling you, and you'll be vibing you, and those emotions are what connect people to us. And it's that certainty, it's that information, it's that connection, it's that system of not only the process of what to say, how to take your clients from A to B, but the process of getting them emotionally connected to you, your vision, your purpose, your certainty, your love, your connection, your passion. And that is what's going to help you out. So I didn't want this to go too long, but I'll be posting a lot more of these videos in my Facebook group, 7 Figure Influence. Bye-bye.